Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 412 is not available.
Yeah, man. I wish you were here. Happy holidays. I love you. And I hope you have a good night / weekend / I hope I talk to you soon. Alright. Godspeed.
Oh yeah, I thought I have it figured out by now. Sure would be simple, problems will be in the past by now. Me and the homies will be sitting on millions, reminiscing on times when we were so broken, living in Oakland, just chilling. I thought I have it in the bag by now. I thought that we'd be kicking back by now. I know that life is a bitch, I know that life is a bitch. I thought we put her in a cab by now. But I'm stressed and I can't relax. Swallowing my pride and I'm high, that was making me mad. Everybody's saying I need rehab, cause I'm speeding with a blindfold on. It won't be long until they watching me crash. And they don't wanna see that. They don't want me to OD and have to talk to my mother, tell her they could've done more to help me. And she'd be crying, saying that she'd do anything to have me back. All the nights I'm losing sleep, it was all a dream. There was a time that I believed that, but white lines be numbing them dark times. The pills that I'm popping, I need to man up. Admit it's a problem, I need to wake up. Before one morning I don't wake up. You make your mistakes never make you. I'm too obsessed with going down as a great one, but if you wait too long, they gon' find someone to replace you. So I guess this is a letter to all my brothers, most dope, that's forever. I love you more than words could express, and it's the part that you start crying if you ain't already yet. I did my best to be a leader you respect. At times I became weaker, got defeated by regret. So tell my baby I love her, and if she give me the chance, I'll put a seed inside her, make her a mother. Just know that there's a place where all my people worry free and everybody's straight. Every devil don't got horns, every hero ain't got capes. Opened up my eyes, shit, I'm finally awake. Good morning. Yeah, good morning.
Wow. Don't really know how to top that, but I can't believe we made it, guys. 300 days of my life, or as I've Googled, because I can't remember this, 7,200 hours, 432,000 minutes, and about 26 million seconds, but who's counting them? About 43 weeks, almost 10 months of my life has been on these vlogs. You know, the vlog time varies, but it's roughly around 60 to 70 hours of my life has been documented, which might not seem like a lot compared to a big number like 300 days, but it's a lot of time, a lot of moments, as you saw. You know, I could only put so much in there, but with 300 days, it's a lot of different moments, a lot of different learning experiences, a lot of different moments for growth. But yeah, pretty much I was thinking about what can I do for 300 days, you know what I mean? What is going to, how am I going to follow up day 100 and day 200? So I went back and looked. Day 100 had a little bit of editing to kind of spice things up. And then it was mainly me sitting by the creek with riggers and just talking about where I want to go with the channel and my life, honestly, as a whole. And I looked at day 200. No really edited sections or like little montages. It was pretty much a normal day, except I did an extremely long Q&A. So I kind of wanted to take the best of both worlds there, as well as kind of put a new spin on this one. So I didn't take your guys' questions per se. I did do a montage. I wanted that to kind of be the not only intro but kind of focal point of the video. But I got some questions. for myself that I'd like to answer. Not only reflecting on the past 300 days, but talking about the future, not only of the channel, but my life. This community I've built through these vlogs, and just personal growth. So those are kind of our 4 pillars we'll be talking about. Again, I know a lot of times when I talk, it might not be the most interesting thing to people, and I totally understand that. That is cool. If you don't want to listen to me talk about my personal life and the future and all that stuff, I appreciate you for stopping by. I really do. But for those who care to know what goes on in my brain, I'll talk about some questions, some deep ones, as well as just like general questions. So let me fix up my hair a little bit, and we'll get into the first couple ones. Yeah, so there's no fixing this hair, but we're gonna jump into this regardless. So our first subheading, I guess, is reflecting on the past 300 days. First question being, what are the most memorable moments from your vlogging journey so far? By the way, I just got questions from AI, which might not be very original, but I wanted to kind of be out of the box type of questions, and some of these are a little bit basic, but some of them are good ones that I feel like almost need to be answered or talked about, and I was going to pretty much do it anyway, so it's good to kind of have a framework. Because to be honest with you, I don't know if it was very self-evident, but I pretty much wing every day. You know, there's not that there would need to be, but like a script of my life. You know, there's things that go on and that I do every day, like my 1% Better journal, now the UX stuff, the gym pretty much, but there's really no guarantee, you know what I mean? Like anything can happen, pretty much. So yeah, let's get into question number 1 now. What are the most memorable moments from your vlogging journey? There are a lot. Honestly, making that intro, it made me remember a lot of days that I would have otherwise forgotten completely. And I feel like that is the exact point of why I do these, or at least a huge part or piece of that, is that I can go back for the past 300 days of my life and see what I did, what I thought, what was going on in my mind and life and all that. So I find that incredibly fascinating and really cool to have something like that available. So there's tons of memorable moments. I mean, big ones, getting into school, a lot of our job changes, the 2 miles, the 50 push-ups a day. Like, there's a bunch of memorable pieces, honestly, that I forgot, like I said, until I went back and watched some of these. But yeah, there's too many to count, and it's such a good feeling knowing that I have those preserved, you know, obviously for the world to see, but I have them preserved for myself also to go back at any moment in time and be able to relive those experiences personally. So yeah, lots of memorable moments. How has documenting your life every day changed you? In a few different ways. I will say, especially early on, I mean, actually I said this in one of my vlogs that I used for a clip. I felt like there was almost like a pressure to that what I put out has to be good. You know what I mean? It has to be. I didn't want to upset the people that did watch, and even though I was doing it for myself, I kind of built up this almost anxiety at a couple parts of the vlogging journey where I felt like, oh, I shouldn't really talk about that, or, oh, I, failed at something again today. I don't want to have to bring that into the vlogs and have people talk about it. But I also realize that that's an incredibly positive thing, because it helps keep me accountable. Like I said, if there's something that I'm failing at, or I'm progressively doing the same thing every day, you guys will be there to point it out. And it has deterred me away from a lot of bad habits, having almost like a second pair of eyes, if you will. So it's definitely changed me a lot in that sense of like being aware of what I put out there, but also knowing that like there's people out there that will recognize things that I can't recognize and try and help me. So that's huge. All right, sorry, just had to throw away some crap and sit back down for some more questions. What are some challenges you've overcome since starting this channel? Quite a few. Dare I say depression? Is that something? I don't know. I'm definitely a whole lot happier. I feel like even a lot of people could notice that if you've been watching the vlogs for a while. Maybe that's just part of growing up, getting into school, things like that, breaking away from bad habits. But yeah, I feel like I'm a lot happier, and that's a huge challenge for me, at least, that I've always kind of struggled with. I'm not going to sit here and say like, oh, life's all sunshine and rainbows, but it's a lot better. I feel like my daily kind of positivity is just overall better. But yeah, I mean, there's tons of challenges, not many I can really think of off the top of my head, but every day presents a new one, that's for sure. So maybe that's a cheap way to answer that question, but yeah, I feel like every day is kind of a challenge that we get to overcome on these vlogs, and slowly but surely be a better person. So that's the biggest challenge of them all. Next question is there a specific vlog or moment that feels like a turning point for you? Kind of like the first question about like memorable moments, there have been quite a few very impactful days. I feel like, in anybody's life, especially being like a young person, I feel like there's a lot of key integral parts that make you into the person that you are, especially around this time. And I've been fortunate enough to have those on video pretty much, or have recorded that day. But yeah, the past 300 days, to be completely honest with you, maybe it's just because I can only like remember those, not even really remember, but I have access to those, but they have been pretty action-packed. I mean, as far as like big integral events and integral, I feel like I'm always saying that now. But yeah, like, I don't know, just like getting into school, even sad things, like the stuff with my ex-girlfriend. I don't know, there's been a lot of moments that have definitely felt like turning points, or almost like lows, very low points. But having a community like you guys and doing this daily vlog and committing to something like this has definitely helped me turn that around into something positive, to where I'm able to, record this vlog today and be able to talk back about these moments. But yeah, a lot of moments, and for those who have been watching for a while, definitely know, and probably can honestly see it. A lot of the moments where my motivation has spiked or shifted, or I've been down low, or I've been sick, there's just been a lot of ups and downs. It's been a roller coaster of the past 300 days. But let's look towards the future. Where do you see your channel in the next 100 days? Or even at vlog 500? That question, when I originally saw it, oh, it just shut off. Yeah, when I first saw that question, I was like, oh gosh, I don't even know, what to think. Because it's like every single day, like, I don't know, I can't predict the future per se. If I were to give my best guesses, stay in school, slowly get better at not only my education, but just habits, health, wellness, just furthering all aspects of myself, which has always been a goal, and just being a better person in 100 days. Being able to one-up myself every 100 days is a good feeling, as far as, editing, talking, just whatever the case may be, art, just being able to kind of level up. These 100-day specials are kind of like a check-in. Every day is a mini check-in of progress and my life and my goals and my aspirations. But every 100, I kind of get to sit back, do a little bit of what I want to do a spin. Not what I want to do, you know what I mean? Like make montages or whatever the case may be for the special. But yeah, I kind of get to take it into my own hands for a day and be able to look back, appreciate all the time and effort that I've put in to making these. And I don't know, and just to also celebrate the cool people that I have on here that watch me and support me daily. I feel like it's a really cool thing. So next 100 days, you'll have to tune in to see. But vlog 500 will definitely be a moment. Vlog 365 will definitely be a moment, because that'll be a year. I don't know if I'll do a special like this per se, but I want to do something cool. For a year of vlogging, we got to do something. So I'm open to ideas for that. That's in 65 days. Don't know when it falls on. But yeah, so lots of things could happen, but only up from here. That's what I tell myself, and I focus on. So next question: are there new types of content or projects you want to experiment with on the channel? I've thought about this many a times, actually, and I've had a lot of people ask me this question or something similar. Are the vlogs all you're ever gonna do on YouTube? And the short answer, at least right now, is yes. I've kind of got this down to not only a science, doing this daily, but just being able, like I said, to be able to go back has been kind of one of the whole reasons I started this. So I want to continue doing that. I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't mind making longer form content or more editing or montages or things like that, but I don't want to take away from the vlogs, you know what I mean? I feel like this is my baby. If I have another baby, that one might not, get as good love or TLC. And I don't want that, because I don't know. It's a question that has brewed on my mind a few times, especially like I thought about making tufting videos or UX videos, just things like that. But then I think back and I'm like, these people on here are so supportive. They will let me do any of my passions. And I mean, they may like it, they may not, but most people on here, for some reason, want to just come to watch me. So they don't really care what I do. They just, I guess, like me. So thank you. yeah, so I feel like I can almost bring any aspect that I would want to create elsewhere into the vlogs, and it makes it more interesting, and brings a new subject or topic and more of like a real feel to what I'm doing or what I'm learning or trying to show off, instead of just like a very clear cut edited video. Because like I could do those all day. I mean, it'd take a little bit of work and a little bit more to it, but I don't know, definitely gonna be sticking with the vlogs for a minute. So who knows, you never know where we'll go with this, but definitely sticking with the vlogs for now. Next question: what personal goals are you most excited to share with your audience in the coming months? To be honest with you guys, just school. I've talked about this over the past couple weeks, but really just dialing in where I'm spending my time and energy and what I'm putting it into. Kind of having those 3 pillars like I talked about of gym, school, and work. And that might seem bland and boring, but I know if I put in this work now on these 3 pillars and really excel and put my heart and soul and hard work into it, it will not only show, but the future me will thank me for doing that. So I'm still going to make it interesting. I still have outside of class and work and whatever, the gym, but I don't know. I feel like I really want to hunker down on those goals, especially coming up January 13th when we go back to school. I feel like I've said the past couple weeks as well, is that this first semester was kind of a trial run. So this is where we really excel this semester, and really focus on our career and the future Carter pretty much. So I feel like new personal goals are always being made with me, but those are kind of the big picture at the moment. So boom, wardrobe change, a hat and the chains out, deadly. Next questions are about, I just could not stand my hair. It just has looked crazy. I don't know, it's probably going a little off topic, but it's just kind of been snowy and nasty all day. The clips at the beginning were from this morning. I was at the top of the tallest building in my college cleaning, and it looked pretty crazy. I didn't quite get the snow coming down as much because it started kind of after I got those clips, but it's been pretty cold, rainy, and crazy, so my hair has unfortunately paid the price for that. But yeah, it's definitely been a beautiful day. I might as well just tell you about today. After work and whatnot, it was a long shift, I can't lie. I mean, it's a normal 8 hours, but it just felt extra kind of slow today. But after work, I went to the gym. So I drove there, had my sweatpants in the back of the car because I actually remembered. I get there, and the heat, dude, my heat in my car was just hitting my eyes perfectly. I felt like I had taken like fentanyl or a Xanax or something. I was like damn near passing out in my car. I was like, okay, let's lay down, listen to some Christmas music on the radio. And I put a cover over me, turned up my heat, and I turned off my car, set an alarm for 6. And then I was out, guys. And I actually woke up at 6. But yes, I slept in the gym parking lot. So that's how today was, pretty much summed up. But then I went inside, had a nice old leg day. A lot of quad extensions for today and some hamstring stuff. But that's pretty much how today was. Came home, started editing. Then once we wrapped this up, we will do our UX and UI stuff for the day. Our today's quest, if you will, or lesson is we have an activity. Pick one feature of an app that you like, redesign it on paper to make it better, and focus. Think about simplicity. What's the least you need to communicate the idea? So I don't want to call it easy, but a quick one for today. Most of these are pretty quick, but just chip away a little bit, learn a little bit each day, and it's gonna, I feel like, pay dividends, especially with this class we have with the UX and UI design come January 13th. So yeah, but I guess let's keep answering questions. Just figured I'd throw in a little tidbit about how my actual day was, how day 300 actually was, you know, without all the montages and music and whatnot. Alright, community and connection. What does the support from your 4,000 plus subscribers mean to you? Do I really need to tell you guys how thankful I am? Yeah, I do. I really do. I wouldn't still be doing these if it wasn't for, like the next question says, have any comments or interactions with your viewers stood out as particularly inspiring? Many. There are, throughout these 300 days, there have been some key figures for sure in my comment section that have always supported me and always, you know, I mean, even when things weren't great, they knew that I would come back stronger. And those are the type of people that I really not only admire, but am super duper thankful for, as well as anybody that supported me in any way, whether it's just sending me a gift or financially supporting me. There's so many cool people I've been exposed to, which I'm glad we got kind of rid of the weirder people closer to the beginning, because I can't lie, that's pretty much all who was watching my videos was strange people. And you know, that's the duality of posting your life on the internet, is it's the internet, you know what I mean? Anybody can go on there. Anybody can make a youtube.com account and watch me. But you know, it's a positive thing too. Not only are there weird people, but there's really cool people and really genuine people who just want to see you succeed, and who I'm able to somehow, some way motivate them to be 1% better every day. But yeah, so I mean, you know who you are. I don't have to say names, but you guys know who you are, who comment consistently and always show love and spread, you know, respect. Just spread respect, and I appreciate that. I really do. But yeah, I mean, I really do appreciate all 4,200 and whatever of you guys. I was gonna look it up, but you know what I mean. But yeah, there's been a lot of inspiring comments, a lot of ones where, especially almost, I want to say early on, but I know it's kind of been consistent throughout, where, you know, I'm kind of at a low point and people will be like, okay, dude, you know, no sugarcoating, this is how it is. And it's one of those things in life where it sucks to hear things sometimes. It's rough, but it's like, you know, it's the truth. And seeing other people say it that, you know, aren't in like your actual life. I mean, you guys are in my life, but you know what I mean, not like my like parents or people I go to school with saying that type of stuff. It's like, okay, I gotta do something about that. So really really am glad to have that kind of support system on here. But yeah, how do you plan to keep your community engaged as the channel grows. I feel like I'm always trying to get the input of you guys, because at the end of the day, obviously, these are a memory bank for me. These are, days of my life. But I want to make them interesting. Like I said, this is available to all of anybody who would want to watch on the internet. So I want to make it worthwhile in a sense. And I want to keep it genuine, and I want to keep it, me. But I also want to make it engaging and entertaining. So I'm always trying to find new ways, whether it's through live streams or merch, which probably next 2 days we'll have it all out, but I just need to finish up some designs. Sorry, but typically I try and drop it the day of, but yeah, the editing was a little taxing. But yeah, I don't know. I'm always trying to find new ways to make these interesting. You guys know that, especially if you've been watching for a while. I mean, even if you go and watch any of the first 50 vlogs, you can see they were a lot different. I didn't have like a consistent thing, like a 1% better journal or a drawing on the right side of the brain, or these things that we do that are kind of like consistent, or like different, almost like little segments, if you will. I feel like makes it interesting, kind of has consistency a little bit with the videos. So yeah, if there are any ways you think you like would, I don't know how that came out so jumbled. If there's any way that you would find these videos more engaging, or any ideas, feel free, leave them down below. You know what I mean? I'm more than willing to hear anybody and everybody's ideas out, because this is a community here, and I appreciate everybody's opinion and thoughts. So yeah, all right, let's work out these last 3 questions so we can do some UX and UI design. So personal growth, these ones might be a little deep, a little touching. Looking back at day 1, what advice would you give to your past self? How cliche could we be here? How cheesy could we be? No, but I'll probably watch that first vlog, especially at the beginning of it, probably 30 plus times realistically, over these last 300. Just as that's what started it all, you know what I mean? That's what built this foundation for, or planted the seed, if you will, for this channel to grow. So, if I could give advice to them, that Carter, 300 days ago, I'd say, to be honest, stick with it. Just be consistent. And I know you're probably like, well, yeah, duh, you did that. That's why you're here. But there's been so many times I've thought about, how long am I going to do these vlogs? When is this ever, what are we doing? How deep are we digging this hole? And I just want to tell that version of Carter to keep going. And I'm telling that to myself as well right now, is that all the moments I thought about stopping, things only got better. You know what I mean? The vlogs feel like I said earlier, they always have ups and downs, and I feel like when I think that, it's more of a low point, and then we go up, and we end up, something cool always happens, and it makes me realize how glad I am to be able to have something like this available. So yeah, that's the advice I'll give to day 1, Carter, is just keep going and stick it out, and don't stop and don't think about it. Just keep going. So yeah. Second question, how has your perspective on life changed through daily vlogging? I've been a lot more, I don't want to say critical or even introspective, but I've just kind of been able to see my life, play out on an iPhone 13 screen every day for the past 300. And it makes you realize a lot, not only about yourself, but your tendencies and just how you act and react to things, and what parts of your life can be improved or taken out of the mix. And I feel like it's a good thing. The comments definitely help being able to have me recognize that stuff, but watching my videos back, I'll be able to see like, that's how I thought, or that's how I acted. There's different things that I feel like having them recorded, I'm able to kind of see stepping back, if that makes sense. See it as a whole and see how I could fix it or improve upon it. And I feel like that's definitely a huge shift on perspective as far as my life as like a story kind of goes. So yeah, daily vlogging, recommended. Well, it's rough at the beginning, but you have to have drive, commitment, and the thought in the back of your mind, like I said, to just never stop. No matter if you have 5 views or 5,000 or whatever the case may be, you just got to do it for you at the end of the day. So, I don't know. One thing I do find pretty interesting is that when I look up daily vlog, like on YouTube, there's a slew, a tub of just daily vlog, day in the life of, blah, blah, blah. But they aren't this. They aren't this everyday struggle where it doesn't show all the glitz and glamour always. It's real, it's raw. A lot of times it's unedited. And it's just me. You know what I mean? It's my life. And, I have control over what you see, but a lot of times I don't, because I'm just being me. I talk about things that are going on in my life and how I react and how I think about them. So it's interesting, man. It is, it's crazy, but I don't see any other person other than Casey Neistat who has done like 300 days straight of daily vlogging, especially in the style that I do. His is definitely different, but he did his for 800 days, so a little over 2 years, pretty much. But I've said this a few times in the vlogs. I don't know when or if I'll ever stop. I think it would be so cool, to get to like a day 800 or eventually have like a house, a family, a life, and to be able to kind of literally go back and just see my life, how it unfolded, all of the memories that were made, and all the days that I would have otherwise forgotten, or when I'm old and I'm sitting in a retirement home and they revive YouTube and bring it back. And there it is, every video I ever made. And I'm able to just press click and watch it autoplay, watch my life play out from February 27th, 2024, all the way till infinity and beyond. It's pretty cool. So, but maybe that's just me. Third question. What role do your other passions like art, UX, or fitness play in the future of the channel? They don't play a role necessarily just in the future of the channel. I feel like they also are pretty prevalent in my everyday right now. Like I said, after this, We're doing our UX and UI. Fitness, we went to the gym today. You know, I feel like they're, like I said earlier, almost like segments, because they're things that I'm passionate about and things that I want to get better at, and they're part of my life pretty much, and these are my life, so I want to showcase things like that and expose my viewers to new topics and new hobbies that I enjoy, and not only get their feedback, but just, you know, see what they think. So yeah, but overall, guys, it has been an insane 300 days. I've said 300 days probably 300 times in this video, but just looking at this, it really doesn't like hit my brain when I realize that like for 300 days, I mean, I don't know if I could do many things for even a week straight, but doing it for 43 weeks, or 42.86 if you're feeling frisky, but yeah, like that's pretty insane. About 10 months of my life on YouTube. Like, what? 10 months. 10 months, dude. And this whole time I've been sober. I mean, I didn't even talk about that this whole time, have I? Wow, that's shocking, especially for me. I feel like sometimes, like, I feel like an advocate for, like, sober living, and I feel like it might seem annoying, I don't know, to some people, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't care what you do with your life. You know, if I can make it better, heck yeah. That's what I ideally do for you, is motivate you even in the smallest ways. But I'm not gonna sit here and say, you know, stop drinking, stop smoking, stop popping those pills, because, you know, it's your life. At the end of the day, it's your life. It's your decisions, it's your outcomes, and your journey to learn from, man. And I'm very, very grateful that I was able to, you know, stop that stuff. And I know it doesn't it affects everybody differently. And I do have a very addictive personality, I will definitely admit. But yeah, I don't know. It's crazy to think this whole time I've been sober, which is an amazing feat in itself. So, to another 300 days, not only of the vlogs, but sober living and being better in every aspect. I don't know if I was going to cheers or what I was going to do, but yeah. So yeah. Don't have a crazy ending to this. All I can leave you with is just try your best. Try your best, and if you fail, learn from it. Because if you learn from your failures, it's not really failing, is it? Just a mistake. But enough David Goggins quotes and silly jibber jabber. Let's get into this UX stuff. But I'll end this off for the night so I can get it edited up and out to you beautiful, beautiful people. All the beautiful people. But yeah, thank you to all you guys, especially if you're watching this far, watching this right now. Appreciate people like you. This is why I do things like this. Yeah, I guess I'll see you tomorrow, and we'll rock it out. See you then. You get a big piece tonight. Hold on. What could we do? We'll do a double piece. How about that? Sorry, I didn't plan this out like I said. Deuces. All right, yeah.